And we're backtracking. Okay, I'll stop that. This is Equinox. I'm Jeff.
I'm David.
And that's David.
And Salvate.
And Salvate.
He missed it.
Yeah, that's alright.
But we're backtracking because you forgot the wonderful double
I
sword.
did. I forgot the twin sword, which is a horrible weapon.
Hey, you got a magic potion.
Yeah, by killing those guys. They drop magic potion. There it is. Right there.
Oh.
Now, this, you can get stuck here. And not escape. So that's fun. And here's how. Behind there, you can see there is a ghost. You push this on. This is how you solve the puzzle.
Oh, okay. You remembered
if
that.
you kill the ghost, because you see there's a ghost there, you're like, I'm just going to kill the ghost, and you fall back there, there's no way out. So that's fun.
So you just have to reset the game?
You can, if you use the save spell, and then reset, it'll start you at the beginning of the room.
Oh.
But if you don't have enough magic for that, then you're screwed.
This is the twin sword?
This is the twin sword. It looks awful like the twin knife, doesn't it? And it's about as useful.
It looked exactly like...
And we're running again. And I die repeatedly at this jump, which I got the first time on the first time through here, but of course I'm going to die repeatedly this time. Oh well.
There you go.
We have a new weapon. We will never use it.
Except for the run back.
Yeah, I'm running back. As soon as I get to a place where I would need a weapon, I immediately switch back because it is useless.
It's great of a game.
I assume it does more damage, but I never checked because the speed and the consistency of the mace is definitely the superior choice.
Right.
All right, we're back. Rushing pause. All right. Now we are beginning the dreaded blue gate area.
Yep.
It doesn't become really dreaded until the way back. Because the extremely, extremely hard room I actually got on like the second try, going this way.
Aha. But the rest, the way coming back, you basically you're dead.
Yeah, that's gonna be in the next part, but there's gonna be, I'm gonna speed it up just because you don't need to see me die that many times. You will see each death, but very frustrating. Other than that one room though, the blue gate path is not too bad. If I had jumped, that would have been fine, but
you didn't. Or
these are set up exactly as you think they are. I mean, they're right next to each other, like it seems. So we have a single white key. Much like the other arms of the dungeon, we'll be finding 6 white keys.
But we'll need 8.
We'll be needing 8. Now, there's 8 white gates. You don't need to open all of them, just because the inner sanctum is also a circle.
Right.
So.
It's a complete circle, though. You don't.
Yeah, for complete. So you can, for completeness, you'll need 2 more keys than we're going to be getting, but that's all right. We'll deal with that when we get there. You don't have to use all the keys, actually, and even if you do use all the keys, you can still get around the other side of one thing. There is one particular case, but well, that'll be in the next part. So I'll just talk about it then.
Yeah.
Continuing on the blue path here, just more not using the zap spell just because I think after having lost most of my magic, being a little more conservative with it.
Well, you do.
Plus, it's completely safe to just kill those guys from the beginning of the room. So might as well.
They can never hit you.
Yeah, exactly. This is there's no spikes, there's no invisible blocks, there's no exploding blocks. It was just a simple room.
And they probably did that specifically to screw with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also to make up for this room.
This room is the practice room for the horrible room that comes after it. This is getting you ready for it. It's the falling blocks, which are the worst of all blocks, which require immediate jumps after the first jump. As you can see there, even a slight delay causes them to go to lower to the point where they can't be. You can't get any easier to die. Start over. At this point, I figured out that yes, they are all folly blocks, or falling blocks. So it's going to need to make quick jumps in order to make all the way across. When you're halfway done, no big deal, because on the way down it's a little bit easier. This is the worst room in the game. It is the single hardest thing you'll ever do in Equinox.
Period.
And you have to do it twice because you have to go through it this way and then on the way back.
Oh, good God! Assuming they're all folly blocks.
They are all folly blocks. This on the way forward, it does not take me but a few tries, which is actually kind of miraculous. However, on the way back,
Awesome.
on the way back, We'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
This is the solution to it. You just jump. You have to
Block.
jump very quickly and make sure you're at the edge of the blocks because of the way they're arranged in such a way
that you can't just be you have to be on the edge.
you have to be on the edge so that, as we've learned from previous dungeons, you can share the edge of the block in order to catch.
Hey, you got all your magic back.
All the magic is back. Yeah.
You made it, man.
I certainly did. It doesn't seem like that was very hard.
No, it seemed really simple. I don't know what you're complaining
I know,
about.
right? I should have expected that block to explode.
You really should.
Really should have. I didn't.
Yeah.
All right. This, much like the end of all of the others, the blue path ends with side areas that contain keys.
Yeah.
And this also, each of these side areas contains every kind of each enemy. So there was the ghost room.
Oh.
It had all 4 colors of ghosts. We're also going to see like a Dizzy Devil room, a night room,
and
blob room.
Blob room. Oh,
And
God,
those would be the 4. Those are the 4 corners, and that is going to be just. We're going to be using Zap on that.
On all of them.
Yes, because why? Just use Zap. It's great and amazing and awesome.
Are you?
That ghost is just hanging out. Yeah, this is an easy solution. It's all you do is just kill the ghost, and then you jump on the block. Now you might be tempted to just ride the block down there and see what's down there, but it's nothing but a sea
of spikes.
Sea of spiky death.
You can't get around.
Exactly. You can kind of see right there. It's just a sea of spiky death, and if you're down there, you'll just kind of just face palm and then throw yourself to your death.
Yeah. That is just...
We have the next white key corner. That is all our knights. Well, we only saw a few of them, but...
You just decided not to mess
zap
with
them, exactly.
And that last one just...
Yeah, it's a sinky block. Which is not a problem in that, because there's no spikes, and there's only one of them.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all.
Nothing
Rotate
huge.
that. There we go.
Oh, Mike been fixed.
Yeah, we're just readjusting the way. Now this is a bit of a red herring, or a MacGuffin is... You just jump to it. I spend a little bit of time looking around thinking, like, what?
Is that it?
Like, do I push? No, that's it. All right. Whatever. It's, I guess it was probably trying to trick you into thinking that there was some complex solution that you couldn't make that jump, and you had to, like, push the blocks and get them on the enemies and zap!
But no,
it's very simple, yeah.
And again, that last one's just... Nope.
Oh, that one is an exploding block. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're going to do one where the last one's a slidey block?
I don't remember if it's a slidey block or not. I think it might just be another exploding block.
Well,
we'll see. It'll be
we'll
shortly.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, this pushy block. In retrospect, there was a slightly faster way I could have solved this. But that's okay. I just go out and back in, I reset the ghost, and get in a better position. All I had to do was push the block to the upper left just a little bit in order to have it peek around the corner so I could push it down and to the left.
Right.
But rather than doing that, because I just was not thinking of it at the time, I just reset the... This also works. I mean, just reset the enemy. And then kill him as he's at the edge. As long as you can still fit Glendal in between the wall, you'll be able to push it at the right distance.
You gotta get to that potion.
Yep.
And
also the door that is down there. Little arrow door.
That leads to the secrets.
Yes. Secrets. Not so much secrets as completely necessary for beating the game.
Yeah. Well, this game would make something completely necessary a secret. Now, I'm judging by the blob right there. This is going to be the blob room.
Yeah, there will be a blob room in the corner. Now, this is going to take a while. This is a complicated puzzle room that has our final spell in it.
It's the key spell.
There's a key spell. It is called the Unlock spell. And it does what you think it does. It serves you coffee. Delicious coffee.
That makes sense. I mean, that's what locksmiths were historically for.
Yes. It was brewers and lockers.
Yep.
Is the original name of...
Locksmiths.
Yeah.
Well, they were brew locks.
It was also actually the original name of the Starbucks company.
Brew lock.
It was brewers and lockers.
Brewers and lockers. Brew lock for short, maybe?
Yeah, it was, colloquially, not like...
Okay, it wasn't like officially.
It was just it was just in the area.
Yeah.
Basically, it sounded too much kind of like a law firm, so they kind of
a law firm or like an offshoot of a Morlock. Or
so they wanted it. So they changed it over to Starbucks, which was just nonsensical. It was purely just because it sounded it was euphonic in nature.
Yeah.
So, I am continuing to mull over this. Now, remembering back to Deso, or is it Tori?
The one with that
yeah, the one with the pushy block. Now, the solution to that one was, in fact, that you could push it off with the right timing. That does not work here.
You can't push it off at all?
You can't push it off like that.
Oh.
You have to push it off a different way. I'll eventually figure it out a little bit by accident. It's the first idea is to push it along with the direction it's going, and then trying to use the, well, not momentum really, because it doesn't have physics, but basically it does have a little bit. Like when you push on it and it's being pushed, it doubles it so that you can get it further.
Yeah.
That's the first thought, and that's the one that I spend most of this time trying to engage in.
That's not it.
But you can actually you can push against the block. So that's the solution. Like that. This is when I figured out, like, I can push it that direction. Maybe I should try.
Even though you'd done that earlier.
Yeah, I had done it earlier, but it was at that point I was like, maybe I can push it completely off backwards. Now the only way this would work is at the lower, when it's at the lower right corner there. So that the direction I'm pushing it would be the right direction I need it to go.
Yeah.
I do a few more stupid things even after I solve it, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Come on, Glendale, stop skating and just figure out the stupid...
Wow.
Close, almost there. You just have to.
In hindsight, this is pretty brutal.
I mean, this is basically how you play Equinox.
Yeah.
This is how it goes.
The one time you
right here, there it is. Yep. I slid a little bit off there, but I've got it down. You have to jump. You have to jump very rapidly. That's the only way to do it, to push against the grain, so to speak. And then it'll push onto the other block, and you can write it to your new magnificent unlock spell.
That refills all of your MP.
Which is good. It's good. Because it uses 8 MP. So 4 big dots.
That's
So there we have all the weapons, all of the spells.
Yeah, there you go.
We have one more white key that we can get, and we will. Now let's victoriously fall into Spike and die. So, foolishly and out of anger, I'm going to quickly solve this puzzle again. You'll realize why that's stupid in a second.
Well done. Well,
I mean, I know how to do it now. It's just you'll realize why this is pointless in just a second. I'm sure you can guess.
It let you keep the spell.
Yeah, because I still have the spell. At this point, I'm like, face, meet, palm. Wow. I think that you will hit it off. You have a lot in common. Okay, we got our spell. Hooray. We're almost done with this part. We have just one final white key to get in this little hidden area off to the side.
You need that spell to beat the game, right?
You do. Because even if you get all of the keys, all 6 white keys, there's 8 white doors. You could skip one, but there's one door that you will have to use the unlock spell on.
Awesome.
Of course, you could, because they do sort of fill you up on white potions as soon as you get to the inner sanctum.
Yeah.
Potentially, you don't have to get the white keys at all.
Huh.
But I would recommend doing it. These are easy to get.
Okay.
So that is the end of this chapter of Let's Play Equinox. Join us again when we are going to investigate the inner sanctum with the white gates.